Oh my God, watch out for this girl. She is entertaining men for money.
Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 4 of The Bachelor starring Matt James. Thought I'd do something a little different this week. I wanted to take you guys for a walk. This week we picked up where we left off with Sarah having left the show and the girls still sitting on the couch talking shit. So on the group date, it's not clear it's a group date. It looks like a cocktail party, but it's a group date. Matt ends up having a conversation with Chelsea where she talks about having to cut her hair because there's such a stigma with black hair in the fashion industry. She says it's very liberating to have a nice bald head, and I think it looks great on her. It frames her face well. Check this out. 5 new girls show up. Brittany, Michelle, Kim, Ryan, and Catalina. Brittany is a fashion model from
Chicago.
Her big entrance is she makes out with Matt James. Let's see if this guy's watched The Bachelor. I'm making a movie. Say hi.
Hi, my man.
You ever watch the show The Bachelor?
Yeah.
You like that show?
Yeah.
Cool, man. All right, I'm gonna keep walking.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay, my man.
That's my bud. Anyway, I gotta. What happened after you didn't see the show?
No, I missed it.
This is actually a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be, so we're probably gonna finish the episode from the desk. All right, so going into this cocktail party that evening, the original girls, which we come to know call themselves the OGs, are not happy, if you can believe it. And Victoria right away goes for the kill. Victoria calls Catalina over to her and says, there's only one queen here, and she takes Catalina's crown off of her head.
And so I think I should have that crown, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, thank you.
I couldn't believe it. I can believe it. Everyone's pissed now because there's going to be a rose ceremony and there's 5 new girls, which means there's a good chance they're going to take a spot from a girl who otherwise would have stayed. And guess what? That's what happens. The roses go to MJ, and I don't know if she has good hair or bad hair. I don't know anything about hair. Can someone tell me if whatever she's doing is a good thing, please? Piper, great skin. Bree, love her to death. Maggie, friend zone. Michelle, one of the new girls. Mari. Ryan, one of the new girls. Kit. Serena C. Abigail, who touched her ear again, keeps doing the secret sign every time they are around each other. Hopefully that's not wearing on Matt. Katie, Victoria, Lauren, Brittany, the new girl, Jasenia, Anna, and Catalina, the new girl. So that was 4 out of 5 new girls stayed, which means 4 of the OGs who could have stayed went home. The only new girl that went home was Kim Lee. I guess they didn't really have a time to connect. So now you've got 4 new girls and 16 OGs, if I counted correctly. And this is the first week, in my opinion, that you start to see some heavy hitters go home. Everybody up to week 4 is just kind of an extra. You kind of forget about them after this season. But Kylie and Kayla went home, and they've both had a significant amount of airtime. So it's going to start getting sad. If Matt has a soul and a heart, he's going to start feeling sad when he sends girls home instead of just being like, oh, it was nice meeting you. Good luck. The next day, there's a date card. It goes to Mari, Bree, Abigail, Brittany, Ryan, Catalina, Maggie, Anna, and Victoria. The date is called the Fall in Love Fest, and it's with Ben Higgins makes an appearance, 2 of the tallest bachelors on record. There's a pumpkin canoe race, which Maggie can't figure out how to navigate. Some obstacle race bullshit. It's one of those, the real way you fall in love. Just dress up like squirrels, roll around in the leaves. Anyway, Mari wins, but she doesn't win anything. Usually when there's a competition date, there's a prize, which is extra time with the Bachelor. She got a pair of nuts. Haha. I feel like she got gypped. After the group date, there was an evening date. Here's where the real drama started, okay? Pay attention. Anna's having a private conversation with Matt, and Brittany comes in and says, mind if I cut in? Which is a perfectly normal occurrence. but because of who they are, because Anna and Brittany are both from Chicago, and Anna's like, I've heard about this girl. She already didn't like Brittany. Brittany kissed Matt on the way in, so she's got a target on her back. Because of all that, it pissed Anna off. So Anna goes to Victoria, and that's where we get this classic clip.
I'd heard rumors, and people have gone out of their way to tell me, oh my God, watch out for this girl.
In what regard? Like, watch out with her how?
That she is entertaining men for money.
Can you believe that? There will be more on that, but let's move on. The group date rose goes to Bree. As the group date is ending, Anna, I will commend Anna on this. She went straight to Brittany after she's already spread the rumor, but she went to Brittany in front of everyone else and said, I heard about you before you came on the show because we're from the same town. People texted me about you, and I heard you're an escort. And Brittany denies it. Then we get this from Victoria.
I just feel like everyone's like against me right now. And like, I know you guys don't care at all, but it's really hard.
Okay, then get out the house.
There's more. It doesn't stop there. The next morning, everyone at the house obviously is going to be gossiping about Brittany, saying, did you hear she's an escort? I heard she did this. I heard she did that. As that's going on, we get a one-on-one with Michelle, one of the new girls, which makes the OGs mad. They zip line, they pop balloons, they go up in a tethered hot air balloon. All the girls watch with binoculars. They get to see them kissing. If you can't tell, I'm tired, I'm hungover. I stayed up late last night with my boys. I wanted to go to bed, but I can't be like, I got to go to bed, guys. I'm doing a Bachelor recap tomorrow. From this date, I think Matt really likes Michelle. She seems super genuine. He seems into her. Their evening date is at a car museum, and he says he's excited at the thought of possibly calling her his wife. So he's feeling Michelle, as the kids say. Meanwhile, we got the Mean Girls Club back at the house. By the way, when I say the Mean Girls, this is who I think of. Victoria, Anna, MJ, and Serena C. I don't know what I was getting at there. These notes are incomplete. See, I took notes this week, and now I can't make sense of them. I would have done better if I just went off of memory. This is such bullshit. This is group date 2, Katie. Group date 2, the next group date included Katie, Piper, Serena P, Rachel, Kit, Chelsea, Jasenia, Lauren, Serena C, MJ. It's a boxing match. I don't want to talk about it. Eventually, Matt calls a fight because it's getting too out of hand. But speaking in general terms about the whole episode, I like the show for the drama. I like the show for the funny moments. But this show felt like super heavy, this episode. There was just, every scene was meanness or spreading rumors, like actual damaging rumors. And then violence, like a boxing match, which is funny, except for there's so much pent-up anger in the house that it didn't feel right. In my opinion, that's a lot to put these girls through for such a mediocre guy. You know, if it was Sean Lowe. But then again, Sean Lowe would never let this happen under his protective watch. So there you go. And offline, or online, not on the show, Tyler C. said this week he thinks that a lot of this is because Matt doesn't know what he's doing. He's new to the whole show, and he doesn't know he's supposed to be asking the girls, about what's going on in the house. And that's kind of how they usually weed out the drama right when it starts. And you also should be asking the girls, who are you friends with in the house? Who are you not friends with in the house? And when you start to get girls who say, I don't like anybody in the house, or nobody in the house likes me, you can kind of learn a lot more through that question than you're like, where are you from? And that kind of stuff. If nobody in the house likes you, or more importantly, if you don't like anyone in the house, that would be a red flag. But he's not asking those questions, according to Tyler C. So he wasn't getting that valuable information, and that allows the drama to continue to grow behind the scenes. And I'm not sure if that's the reason. That's just what Tyler C. says. After the boxing match is called off, they get to the evening date. Matt is now in a new kind of shirt, a brand new type of shirt called a semi-turtleneck. I don't know if that's what it's called. But he usually has a turtleneck up to here. This time he had a turtleneck that just was like to here. So, pretty cool. I thought he was going to give Rachel the group day rose. He says, what do you need from me to know that I want you to be here? Which is a line he's used before. But she says, well, there's a rose up there you could give me. Haha. The girls, when Matt is not in the room, they continue to talk about the new girls and how it's not fair that they're here. Katie once again steps up and tells the girls, okay, stop the digs. Let's get over it. Let's welcome them into the house. They're just doing the same thing we're doing. They're trying to meet Matt and fall in love. And Jasenia seems to understand, so she might have a good heart. Most of the girls just kind of ignore Katie. Katie decides she needs to say something to Matt. So she goes outside and she tells Matt there's this mob mentality in the house of OGs versus the new girls. And on top of that, there's a rumor that could possibly destroy one of the girls' lives. So she asks him, please address it in the morning, and he agrees to. And that's where they leave us. They don't finish the group date. Once again, those editors, they can't seem to fit the episode into the 2-hour time block. I don't get it. So this was a heavy week. Not to mention this was a low energy. This was a low energy. I'll say until next week, but the show's tomorrow. It's Sunday night. So we'll see you at some point in the future or not. And enjoy the show tomorrow night.